So you want to get into Doki Doki Literature Club modding, but you don't know where to start. This is a complete guide for where to find DDLC mods and all of the amazing mods you can play and which ones you should play. The first thing is first, where do I find these Doki Doki Literature Club mods? Where can I see a list of them? There are a few ways you can find out what all the mods are. The first thing is go to r/DDLC Mods, which is a subreddit where people talk about Doki Doki Literature Club mods and post their mods that they created for people to play. You can find mods and their links all over the subreddit, and there's plenty of them. You can even sort by mods, and you can find plenty of them. Pretty easy, but if you want it to be a little more convenient or you're looking for a certain mod, you can always check the DDLC Mod List. Okay, so it's called Welcome to the Mod List for Doki Doki Literature Club, but you could just look up DDLC Mod List and find it just like that. And it gives you a ton of lists of DDLC. It gives you a huge list of DDLC mods that you can play, and a lot of them are really cool. It even gives you a list of mod managers, which I will get into later, but those can be very helpful for you if you plan to play a lot of them. But that is a great way to play them. Also, looking up YouTube videos about them can be cool. Sometimes they'll have the link in the description for the mod page on Reddit and everything. And of course, you can just look them up on the internet. That's another way. Now here's kind of the tricky part where a lot of people get confused, but it isn't really that hard. It's how do I get these mods? Where do I download them from? How do I play them? What's the procedure for this? Now you found the mod you want to play. Usually there's going to be a link somewhere for you to get the mod, and then go to the download and get the mod, and then you have a few ways of playing the mod from there. You can either use the Doki Doki Literature Club mod manager. I think there's a few of them, but warning, some of these mods do not work with the mod manager, especially the newer ones. For some reason, just the mod format is kind of weird, so you'll have to unzip them yourself if it's a .rar or .7-zip file. You have to unzip it yourself, but if it's just a normal zip folder, it will do it automatically, which is very useful. And mod managers also can keep all of your mods in a list, and you don't have to continuously create another DDLC game folder for every mod you have. You can just have them all on the mod manager. Pretty easy. But for some of them, I know it won't work, and sometimes it's just easier to do it the old-fashioned way. So you can get DDLC from Steam, which sometimes can have problems. So I'd recommend getting it from the official website, ddlc.mo, I think. You can just look up DDLC and you'll find it. But yeah, the mod manager is pretty helpful. It gives you a complete tutorial, so I'm not going to give you a tutorial for it in this video. But if you still need help, I have a few videos on my channel. I probably have a link in the description for it if you want to check it out. Then when you have the mod set up, it's easy as ever to play. Just click the play button and then play the DDLC mod. And if you did everything right, it should load up and work perfectly fine. Now, there are hundreds, maybe even thousands of DDLC mods, some of them better than others, and you are looking for one you should play because, there's hundreds of them on that list, and you don't know which one you want to play first. Now, I know how you feel because when I first realized that modding in this game existed, I was pretty blown away when I looked at the list for the first time. Tons of mods. Now, if you want to find the right mod for you, first of all, you have to know what type of stuff you like. Most of the DDLC mods are going to be pretty long ones. They're going to take a lot of hours to complete, which is cool that people put that much time in it. But usually these mods will be kind of romance mods that are like a normal visual novel game with the Doki Doki Literature Club characters, kind of like the normal visual novel mod, which is a pretty good one from what I hear. Also, Doki Doki Blue Skies is supposed to be a good one. Again, kind of like the normal visual novel type of mod. But there's also plenty of other ones, like staying true to the original game, and there's a lot of scary ones, like Doki Doki Literature Club Nightmare. I also played this one that was pretty cool. I forgot what it was called, though, like Doki Doki Storm or something like that. Now, that's another scary one. So you could check that one out if you like scary stuff like me. Also, this game is pretty heavily memed on, so of course you're gonna find some funny meme mods like Doki Doki Literature Club Meme Club. Played that one. It's a really cool mod, probably one of my favorites to be honest with you. There's also a few other ones that are supposed to be really funny. You can just look up funniest DDLC mods. I'm sure you'll find a bunch of lists of them, and I played a lot of them too. Can't remember what they're all called though, but very funny mods are available on the mod list and Reddit, so check those out. And also, if you are feeling into the holiday spirit, whether it be Christmas or Easter or Halloween, there are plenty of holiday mods like Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, Halloween, especially Christmas and Halloween. I noticed those are really the big ones, but there's plenty of mods around holidays and based upon holidays and all that, which are really cool that people can incorporate that stuff into a mod. So if you like that stuff, that's also an option. And you got the ones that are kind of different from the other mods. You got kind of like the whole just DDLC character mod thing. I don't really know what you would call that. You got just Yuri and the just Monika mod, all that stuff. I guess that's just a whole different sub mod at this point. But those are pretty cool too. It's the first one, actually, I can't remember. It was one of the first ones I played. So that's pretty cool. If you want a first recommendation, I would probably recommend some of the classics that everyone knows and loves, like Blue Sky or Monika After Story or Normal Visual Novel. Or if you're looking for a funny one that you get a good laugh out of, Doki Doki Meme Club is a good one too. Would check that one out too. I really like that one, and I'm sure you can explore the mod list and find plenty of mods that you can love and enjoy just as much as everyone else does on r/DDLC. And probably the coolest part about all of this is there's even more to Doki Doki Literature Club modding when it comes to playing mods. Some mods even have sub-mods. I know, a mod for a mod. Pretty cool, right? I talk about a lot of these in the Monika After Story mod because that seems to be the #1 mod for sub-mods. I think there's more sub-mods for that game. I think there's more sub-mods for that game than people on the planet Earth. There's a ton of them. I made a few videos about the top sub-mods for that game, but I'm not really going to talk about that here, but you can always check out sub-mods for mods. I know it sounds kind of weird, but they do exist, and they could help change things and make it even more fun, which I would definitely recommend. You can never have too much fun when playing a Doki Doki Literature Club mod, especially if it's Doki Doki Meme Club. And if you're also really into modding in this game and you're looking for even more Doki Doki Literature Club fan creations and content, there are a lot of Doki Doki Literature Club fan games that you can play on these Flash game websites. A lot of them are pretty simple, and I don't know if they're really considered games, some are like a meme or just a short video clip. But they're still pretty cool to check out. You can just look up Doki Doki Literature Club fan game, and I'm sure you'll find a ton of them. They're not really mods, but I consider them a fan game, kind of like a mod, a fan creation that a fan put a lot of time in. And I would also check those out if you really like Doki Doki Literature Club, because I played a lot of them here on the channel a while back, and they're cool. I guess you could even consider some of these Roblox Doki Doki Literature Club games as a fan game. And speaking of Roblox and Doki Doki Literature Club, I think one of the best video game collaborations ever has had to happen between those two games. Some person out here made an entire Doki Doki Literature Club Roblox game. I'm not talking about no crappy like thing with just a bunch of random pictures on your screen that means absolutely nothing, that just says Doki Doki Literature Club. I'm talking about a full-fledged Doki Doki Literature Club in Roblox, 3D, everything. I mean, it was really amazing. I made a video about it. It was like an hour long, a really fun experience. To experience the game in 3D and be able to run around the world and everything. It really felt immersive and pretty cool to experience it in that way. There were some changes which were really cool. I remember there was this boxing scene that played copyrighted music, and I had a copyright moment with YouTube. And also they sadly had to censor some things because of Roblox, but still pretty cool experience, and I would recommend playing that too because it was really fun. And if you're still looking for more fan creations and stuff related to Doki Doki Literature Club that is about modding, you can always create your own mod yourself. I don't know much about that. I always wanted to make my own, but there are some tutorials on YouTube for how to do it. It seems kind of hard, but I'm sure once you complete one, I'm sure it's going to be pretty simple to make a lot of other ones, and you can experiment from there and get more advanced with your mods, which is always a cool thing. And you can post them on the internet for other people to play and enjoy, And you can also go and comment on people's videos when they play your mod and say, "Hi, I'm the mod author." That's pretty cool. I had that happen a few times to me. And that's my guide for how to get into Doki Doki Literature Club fan games and modding. And make sure to check out my other videos because I've played a lot of these mods myself and made plenty of videos about Doki Doki Literature Club things. So check out my channel if you're into that. And thank you guys for making it to the end.